Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Tia, and in today's video we are going to be speaking on simple practices that you can implement immediately that can increase your focus and your productivity. If this is something that interests you, then definitely keep on watching. Now, the first practice that I'm going to be speaking on is, of course, writing a brain dump list. I am an advocate for writing brain dump lists because it's very easy to forget things, and it is also very easy to become overwhelmed when you have a lot going on up here. So that is, of course, practice number one. Write a brain dump list. Get it all out on paper or type it all out, every single thing that you have to get done. And then after that, you can go on to categorizing your brain dump list, and then of course, prioritizing it and deciding on what it is that you are going to take action on. And I also have a video on how you can go about writing a brain dump list, so I'm going to leave that linked in the description bar below. The second practice that I'm going to recommend today is to keep a distraction list. Now, this list is something that you're going to be keeping while you are going through an activity. So let's say that you are currently working on an email, but then you all of a sudden remember that you have to buy macaroni. So you're gonna just pull out your notes app if you like to make lists there, or if you want to write it on a sticky note, wherever, you're just gonna write that down or make a note of that you need to buy macaroni when you go to the grocery store. It's as simple as that. Now that you've done that, you are not going to forget that you have to buy macaroni, but then you can just jump back to the task at hand and continue writing your email, and you can handle that macaroni purchase whenever you go to the grocery store. The next practice that I'm going to share with you is to, of course, turn off notifications. This is a very simple thing that you can do, but it works, okay? Turning off your notifications really helps you to avoid all distractions, of course, because what happens is when your phone alerts you, or if your computer or desktop alerts you of a new notification from social media or your email or whatever it is that you have notifications on for, you are going to want to go and click on it and see what it is all about. And I've dived a little bit deeper about this psychological effect in another video that I'm going to link in the description or in the cards. I think it's going to show up here. I'm gonna link it for you. What that notification is going to birth inside of you is FOMO, fear of missing out. And you are just going to want to be in the know. You are going to want to know what your phone is alerting you about now, and you're gonna want to check it immediately. The psychological effect is that when you hear that ding or that bell, it is triggering a response in you to go and check your phone or your computer immediately to see what is happening, what's all the fuss about, right? So when you turn off notifications, of course, you are just you're eliminating that set of distractions right then and there. And this is something that I am doing currently. I turn off notifications on my phone when I'm filming, and I try my very best to close my laptop as well, so that I don't get distracted by anything that's popping up. So that is the next practice. Turn off your notifications. Moving on to the next practice, which is to focus on the task at hand. And I know that might sound very difficult, but trust me, it is very possible, and this will honestly help you to increase your focus and productivity. The thing is, you don't want to get wrapped up in context switching. When you switch context, you are losing focus. If I am here and I am writing an email to Bob, but then all of a sudden a DM comes in on Instagram, and then you go and you read that DM, and maybe your client or whoever it is desires something to be handled immediately, or I don't know, for whatever it is, you get caught up in that DM and all of that, what that DM is. You've answered the message and you're like, okay, let me scroll a little bit, just see what's popping on the feed. Let me do a little bit of engagement. I don't know. whatever it may be that distracts you, when you put down that task to now return to the previous task, which is writing the email. Oh, it was me. I'm writing the email to Bob. I am now going to have to get back into that zone of what it is that I was explaining or, elaborating on in that email to send to Bob. And that amount of time that it takes me to refocus and get my head back into that task of writing that email to Bob, you'll lose quite a bit of time right then and there where you could have been productive, right? So focus on the task at hand and avoid context switching. And the last practice I'll share with you is to listen to some instrumental music while you're working. And this is opposed to maybe listening to an audiobook or a podcast or even music with lyrics, because the instrumentals are just that, instrumentals in the background. And of course, if this is allowed for you to do, let's say at a 9-to-5 job, if you're allowed to have in one earpiece and you can throw on some instrumental music, then do that. I don't know the science behind it, but I just know that listening to instrumental music really helps you to just kind of block out like the external distractions or like external noises, and definitely zone in on the task at hand without being a distraction itself. And there you have it. Those are the practices that I have for you today on how you can increase your focus and your productivity. If you have any questions, definitely leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you are alerted whenever a new video is uploaded. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in next week's video. Bye.